Hi everyone, my name's Sarah and I'm a Blue Badge tour guide for Yorkshire. Here I am stood in the stunning Yorkshire Wolds, probably one of the least well-known parts of Yorkshire, but just as stunning in my opinion as the better known Dales and the North York Moors National Park. As you can see, it's a little bit windy up here today, so hopefully you can all hear me okay, but I couldn't resist coming out to share some of the views with you. Now the yellow flowers you can see behind me and further in the distance are the last remaining flowers from the rapeseed plant. If you were here about a month ago, it would have just been a patchwork of yellow all across the countryside. This is harvested and turned into rapeseed oil, which is delicious in salads or on food as an alternative to olive oil. So I just wanted to show you a bit of the countryside. You can see in the distance there's a farm. Agriculture is the main source of revenue in the Yorkshire Wolds. And if you just pan round, there's the road. We're stood on the road that goes from Water up to Huggett. And you can just see the magnificent views around you. Now the one place where you may have heard of the Wolds or seen them before is in paintings. David Hockney, the world famous artist, painted the Wolds extensively. David Hockney was born here in Yorkshire, but it's only really recently, in the last sort of 10-15 years, that he started actively painting the Yorkshire Wolds. And this was because he spent a lot of time travelling through it. His mother was unwell in Bridlington on the east coast, and his friend Jonathan Silver was unwell in Bradford. And as he travelled between them, this was the countryside he passed, and it inspired him to do some of his most recognisable paintings. There was a major exhibition at the Royal Academy showcasing these new paintings. He didn't just paint, he used all sorts of mediums. He was particularly interested in using an iPad, so it's produced a really different style of painting, but nonetheless hugely effective. Now, if you've seen the paintings, you might have thought the colours are a bit over the top, really bright purples and yellows and whites, but hopefully, as I stand here today and pan around, you can start to see those colours really come to life. I'm stood here just in front of the village of Huggett. You might be able to spot the church spire sticking out behind my head. And then there's a glorious rolling countryside behind. The Yorkshire Wolds are the most northerly part of an expanse of limestone that runs across England, down from Dorset in the southwest, all the way up here. And it is the limestone that gives the Wolds its characteristics and its name. So a wold is simply a valley without a river. You may have heard of the Cotswolds, also in England, which are probably the more famous counterpart. It's the same thing. So because it's limestone, it's very porous and water runs through. So rivers don't form, but springs do. And that's what gives us the beautiful natural features you can see behind us. Here we are in the lovely little village of Water, right in the heart of the Wolds. In front of you is the village pond. As I've already mentioned, Wolds are valleys without rivers, but you do get natural springs. And where these come up out of the ground, ponds form. These are the obvious places for people to settle, as there's a natural, readily available supply of water. And that's exactly what happened here in this lovely village. We're now stood in front of the War Memorial. This would have been installed after the First World War to remember the victims of it, and sadly later added to after World War II. As I pan around, you can see the cottages. Now, Water is an estate village, and so these cottages would have been built by the landowners for their workers to be housed in. And just poking up above the hedges, you can see the village church. Even tiny villages had churches. So I've come down now to the bottom of one of the valleys or dales, so you can see for yourself there is no river there, just a road running through. I think you'll agree it's a gorgeous, gorgeous view here. You can see the valley steeply going up on both sides of us. And the only real noise is the birdsong that you can hear. So I'll just pan round for you here so you can see stunning countryside. The only real noise is a bit of wind and the birdsong. And then up you can see the beautiful blue sky. So I really hope you've enjoyed my quick journey around the Wolds and it's inspired you to come and visit us when it's safe to do so. Please do get in touch for more information, like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks very much for watching and see you all again soon.